Oh my goodness. This isn't your typical, hi, how you doing, everybody? This is Roxanne. I can't do it. Okay. I know I'm a wreck. Me and Eric just got back from our walk. Well, we took a walk about 7:20, 7:30, and we got back close to 8. So, anyways, as many of y'all, I do look rough, don't I? Anyways, as many of y'all that do know me personally, years gone by or recent, know that there's two things that I'm petrified of. They have phobia names. I'm not real sure what the actual uh name is for them. One thing is I'm scared to death of bridges, especially very high bridges that go over water. Anytime I've ever been on a trip with anyone, I literally have to hold my eyes like this. I can't look until it's over. Second thing I'm deathly scared of is frogs. Toads, frogs. I don't care if it's this big. I don't care if it's a big bufo toad from Florida. Petrified of them. So, in my apartments where I live out here, one thing I will say that since moving from Florida to North Carolina, they don't have the huge bufo toads or even toads that I've seen of personally here since being up here for what, a little over 5 years now. But I always see like the little nasty, like tree frogs, whatever. I don't care. Anyways, where I live out here in these apartments during the summertime, for some reason the little itty bitty green, well, they're not little, they're like that big, but in my imagination I see them as like this big. Anyways, they like to hide in the siding or the vinyl sidings, in the buildings and stuff. So when you first step out my front door, there's just a little bitty carport porch, it's kind of covered. And so I'll sit out there and I'll smoke a cigarette, periodically throughout the day or whatever. So during the day, it's fine, no problem. During the winter, when it's really cold, of course, all the bugs die off or they go hibernate, they go do whatever. So I don't have to worry about them. But this time of year, when it's really, really hot, it's when all the bugs and the creatures go out. And I try so hard not to go out at night because half the time I'm running around hollering if a bug comes near me or if I see especially a frog or something. So, anyways, about this time of night, between like 7:30 and 9, I try not to go out at all because that's when all the frogs seem to want to come out from the sightings. And like the past couple years, I'll see like maybe one or two. And I've gotten to the point to where as long as I can see it and I can keep an eye on it and it don't move, I'm okay. But I've got to watch it. If it starts moving, I'm done. It's over. I'm out. I run. I don't run, but well, we'll get to that part in a minute. Anyways, so that's when they like to come out. Now, where they go during the day, during the nighttime, I have no idea. They go out and have frog fun, whatever they want to do. But I won't see them again until like daybreak in the morning, 5, 6, 6:30 in the mornings. If I'm up, especially for school hours, I will see them. They'll come back and they'll go into that sightings. So, anyways, this year, for some reason, they have decided to grace my doorway as their headquarters. I literally one night counted 10 of them just in the sightings, and they come out and they'll go around the corner where the air conditioning is on its little platform. They go, whatever. Well, tonight I had stepped out after I cooled down and had some water, and everything cooled down from our walk. Eric went upstairs to take a shower. And so I step outside to smoke a cigarette. And I know better than to step out at that time of night. But I was like, no, I'll be fine. It's like it always is. I'll keep an eye on it. It can do whatever it wants, but it needs to stay away from me. Well, tonight, I was sitting there and we have a little stool that I'll sit on. So I was like perched on the little stool, and the typical Roxanne fashion, I've got headphones in my ears and I've got my phone. I'm watching, I think at that point in time I was watching Cheer Squad, something I've watched before in the past, a long time ago, but I like it a lot. So I was watching it over on Netflix. And I'm noticing all the little frogs in the siding, and they're starting to peek out. They're getting ready to start their night. So I'm visually out the corner of my eye. Believe me, I'm keeping my eyes on them. And Eric hollers from inside, from upstairs. He says, "Mom." And so I get up and open up the door and I say, "Yeah." He said, "Will you make me some popcorn for snack tonight?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. Give me a minute. Let me finish my cigarette and I'll come back in and I'll make your snack." I close the door, I turn around, and no sooner do I turn around, one of them frogs decides it's going to jump on me. And I swear to you, it happened in slow motion. It jumped, and when it jumped, there was only one way in the direction it was jumping. It was going to land. It was going to land on me. It landed on my upper thigh. I have like capris on, so it landed on me. And though it was little, it made an impact. Like I felt it. As soon as it landed on me, my phone went about 20 feet out in the yard. Thank God for my OtterBox, because this phone would have been shattered. Anyways, it ends up 20 feet out in the yard in front of me because I just flung it, headphones and all. And instinctively, I started hollering and I hit the ground. When I say I hit the ground and started rolling, almost like the whole stop, drop, and roll when you're on fire. But there's a frog on me. That's all I could do. And I got up after I rolled a little bit and was hollering because finally my sense come back to me, and I'm thinking, I am a 33-year-old woman out here hollering, rolling around on the ground. And of course, living in a complex, you have tons of neighbors around you, and sometimes they're in and sometimes they're not. I had no idea if anybody was watching me. Kind of hope they wasn't, but it being my luck, they probably was. I have never been scared so much in my whole life. I don't do frogs. I don't do bugs, but I especially don't do frogs. I did that so much. What's wrong?
You up here Skyping.
No, I wasn't Skyping. I was live streaming. Did you want to be on it?
No.
What's
If
wrong?
I'd have posted it and put it on Facebook.
What? Oh, the video? Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I agree. We'd have made some money.
I'll come back and check see if you're all right after your roll.
Mom, I can't believe it. Mom, they've never jumped before like that at me.
Be down there at Barrett.
I told him I'd be right back down.